The Fireplay Cup returns tonight, guys, but is it really still the Fireplay Cup? Who really knows? Who really cares? But we're here to preview it, but we're going to throw you a wee couple of bonus games in there because, of course, we've got some European games, so whatever international games there is today, international European games that are like involving British or Irish teams or whatever, or maybe a certain game that's involving two teams with Rangers, I will talk about. So, as for Champions League, we have obviously got Servette taking on Genk. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw. I'm not going to cover the rest of them, right? Do not really care about them, but who would I mean, I'd rather Servette than Genk, obviously, but I'm not really worried about either two of them. You can clip that, but I think Rangers should be smoking either one of them. But as we move into the Europa Conference League, we've got the new Saints taking on Swift Hisparange. The new Saints are pretty pish, so I'm going to go for a 2-0 win to Swift. And then up next, we've got Balkany taking on Larn. Larn were pretty unlucky, only to get knocked out in extra time against Helsinki in the Champions League. So you know what? I'm actually going to go for Larn to win 1-0. And moving on to the stuff that matters, we've got the Scottish League Cup, guys. We have got St Johnstone taking on Ayr United. I think it will be a relatively close game. I'm going to go with 2-1 St Johnstone. Up next, we've got Stenhousemuir taking on Alloa Athletic. I'm going to go for 1-1. St Johnstone should be winning this group. I know they lost their first game, but I think they'll end up top, won't they, guys? Especially, well, they need to beat Ayr to do that. Moving on to Group B, we have got Falkirk taking on Dundee United. Dundee United, of course, beat Peterhead, but I wouldn't be surprised if they lost this. And I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw between Falkirk and Dundee United. The other Group B game will be tomorrow, so I'll do all tomorrow's games once a day, the day's games. Up next, though, we've got Clyde taking on Brecon City. I'm going to go for Brecon City 2-1. They were close to beating Cove Rangers, Brecon City, but I cashed out my bet. I had Cove Rangers and Cove Rangers came back, but thankfully for me, Dumbarton drew 0-0. Anyway, Cove Rangers against Livy. I'm going to go for 1-0 for Livy. Just going to be a pish game, but Livy will probably scrape it. And then in Group D, we've got Kelly Hearts taking on the mighty Stranraer. I'm going to go for 2-1 Kelly Hearts. Then moving into Group E, we've got Inverness, Caledonian Thistle taking on Airdrieonians. I'm going to go for an Airdrie win. I'm going to go for 2-0 Airdrie. Airdrie are on a roll, right? I'm predicting it. They're going to get promoted to the Scottish Premiership this season. Heard it here first now. I'm not saying they're going to win the league, but they're going to do it. I've got all the faith in the world in the mighty Airdrie, so 2-0 to them. We have Albion Rovers taking on Dunfermline. Of course, Albion Rovers aren't even in the pyramid anymore. But what they're going to do against Dunfermline? Not much, because I'm going to go for a 3-0 Dunfermline win. So why the hell not, man? I'm expecting a big season for Dunfermline. And then our final two groups here, we've got Queen of the South taking on East Fife. I'm going to go for a 2-0 win to Queen of the South. Queen's Park narrowly got beat against Motherwell, so I'm going to go for them to win 1-0 against Elgin City. And in the final group, Group H, we've got Cowdenbeath taking on St Mirren. I'm going to go for a 3-1 win to Premiership St Mirren. They've bounced back since that defeat to Montrose, so I've all the faith that they're going to pick a wee win up for us here. And in the final game of Tuesday, the 25th of July, we've got Forfar Athletic taking on Arbroath. And I'm going to go for a 1-0 Arbroath victory. Now we're going to move in to the second day of games. And of course, that is tomorrow, the 26th. And here are the games. We've got Peterhead against the Spartans. I mean, I think on paper it should be a close game, but the Spartans beat Dundee United and Peterhead couldn't beat anybody, man. So I'm going to go with the Spartans 1-0. Group D, we have got FC Edinburgh taking on Ross County. Ross County making a big travel down to Edinburgh, so I'm going to go for Ross County to win 2-0. Up next, we've got the Battle of the D's. It's just one D in Dumbarton. But it's not Dumbarton Rock, it's in Dundee, so I'm going to go 0-0. Dundee are going straight down, aren't they? I just don't see how Dundee stay up. They're pish. Sorry to burst a Dundee fan's bubble, that's the way it is. And in the final game, with Kelly taking on Raith Rovers, I'm going to go 2-0 Kilmarnock guys. Big Derek McKinns is going to love that game. But anyway, that is it. Stay tuned. Later on today, we're going to have probably a few match reviews. We'll see what games we watch, and then of course tomorrow as well. I forgot to say we've got Rangers taking on Olympiacos, and hell, I'll throw that prediction out there as well. I'm going to go for Rangers 3-1. I think Rangers will bed their team a wee bit more together tomorrow, and hopefully they'll have Danilo or Cifuentes playing, even though neither of them have signed. But I can be hopeful, can't I? But anyway, guys, till next time. Peace.